How's it going? Kari Lane with Popcorn Talk, and I am here with the creators of Elfquest, Wendy and Richard Pini. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Oh, we're delighted.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah. So Elfquest has been around since 1978. Oh my goodness. How do you keep going year after year as creators, as just creatives? Like, how do you keep having that passion and new ideas over the years?
Well, the story was very carefully planned out. We did not know it was going to take 40 years to tell it. But we knew the beginning, the middle, and the ending, and we had to get there.
Wow. Yeah.
And the thing about a story, when it is planned that carefully, it's like taking a road trip from New York to Los Angeles. You know you got to get there, but you can take side trips along the way. And that's what we did. We had fun doing that because we would discover, oh, here's a character, what's this character's story, and take some time to investigate that.
Yeah. And then also, you've been attending Comic-Con many years. What year is this Comic-Con for you?
I think this is our 44th or 45th.
Wow.
We go way, way back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a title that's just so well known and well loved. Why don't you explain what you do with Elfquest, so in case people don't know?
Well, Elfquest is a high fantasy story that was very unusual when we gave birth to it in the mid-70s. There was nothing like it out there. People thought of comic books as superheroes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so elves and trolls and, barbarians and that sort of thing was not so common. And yet I told Richard this story I had in my head, and he sort of fell in love with it. And he discovered ways that we could get it out there, and we decided together that it should be in the form of a comic book.
And knowing nothing about publishing comic books, we learned totally by the seat of our pants. We made every mistake that there was to make. We invented some and made them. And that first issue came out. We brought it to Comic-Con in 1978. And Comic-Con has been kind of important in that respect because the response to that issue at Comic-Con was so overwhelmingly positive that it gave us the encouragement to keep on going.
Yeah, we were completely inexperienced, and so to get to know our fans through this venue and to have a booth and have people come and talk to us about our work and be able to talk to other professionals and learn the trade as we went along. Comic-Con was vital. Comic-Con is literally a part of Elfquest's history.
Wow, nice. And then also as well, so you both write it together, and then you are the artist.
Well, actually, we co-plot the story.
Okay, there we go.
And then I write the script, he edits the script, and I illustrate it, and it comes back to Richard, and Richard puts the whole package together for our, whether he's publishing or we're working with a publisher.
Okay, nice. Now, there's often different kinds of teams out there working on a title. As a married team, how do you make sure you don't let personal relationship work get in the way of professional?
It's a lesson worth learning. It took us a while to learn. But we discovered that we could split ourselves into two different people, because there's the artist and the editor, and then there's the husband and the wife. And what you have to learn is that if the artist and the editor are not getting along, you step outside for a minute and say, listen, I hate the artist right now. Can I talk to my wife for a minute? And you do that. It's just kind of role playing. But you communicate. And as long as you do that, and as long as you don't have to win, as long as you don't fight, you will come to a happy conclusion.
Yeah, because there's your point of view, and then there's the other person's point of view, and then there may be a third. In fact, there's always a third where you can sort of have a meeting of the minds. The most important thing I think we did was to maintain the friendship. Beyond the husband and wife relationship, this is a friendship. And whatever else happened, and there were many ups and downs, we never lost the friendship.
Aww. I was like, oh, it's so sweet. No, but for reals, it is really sweet and testament to people as a team, whatever relationship they have, and it's like a good advice in general too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing. Elfquest is somewhat autobiographical. And Elfquest, as Wendy conceived it, was always supposed to be about characters who do their best to treat each other well.
Yeah.
Now, if the story is somewhat autobiographical and the story is about trying to treat each other well, then it can't be helped that some of that's going to bleed out into real life.
It's true, but we also documented in sort of a way our failures. That was part of the story too, is because you can only learn by making bad mistakes. And so that's in there too.
And you've had different publishers over the years, yourselves as well, of publishing it, and now you're with Dark Horse.
Yes.
Well, we like to say that we're independent, we're not isolationist. Our company, Warp Graphics, began publishing. In the mid-'80s, Marvel Comics came to us and asked to reprint the original Quest. That got Elfquest onto newsstands, and that got us a whole new audience. In the early 2000s, DC put out some beautiful books, and in 2012 or 2013, Dark Horse approached us and said, Mike Richardson, in fact, said, look, I've been courting you for 20 years. Are you finally going to, come in? And we love Dark Horse. They're mavericks the way we were, and they've been doing a great job.
We speak the same language. Yeah.
Now here at Comic-Con, you have a couple panels coming up. You had a signing earlier. What are the panels coming up, and how did the signing go?
Well, the signing was nifty because you never know who's going to show up, especially before the weekend.
Oh, okay.
You know, because a lot of your fans can't make it until the weekend. So we thought, it could be dozens and dozens of people, or it could be two, and we'll treat it the same, whoever shows up. But what was really nice is this one sort of kept growing as it went. It started small, and then more and more people got in line, and so we filled the whole time. Yeah.
And as far as panels go, Saturday is the big day for us. It's Saturday in the afternoon. I don't know the time, but it's in the program book. We're doing a Dark Horse panel on world building, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then at 6 o'clock Saturday evening is the Elfquest panel that Wendy and I and Sonny Strait, who is working with Wendy on the art for the new series, that's our panel, and we're going to be teasing and maybe giving away some hints and having a lot of fun.
Maybe.
Big maybe, but that's what we do. We love doing that.
Cool. Nice.
We are big teasers.
And then is there anything else you want people to know? So I was looking online, and it issues prior to 2013. You can go read them for free. And where can you go read them?
Well, this should be easy to remember. It's elfquest.com. And then on the home page, up in the corner, you click Read Online. That takes you to the front door of our library, and it's all there.
Nice. And then current issues, people can find them where?
Oh, comic shops and online digitally via Dark Horse, Amazon. You can go collect the volumes. So there's lots of ways to get a hold of Elfquest.
Awesome. Great. Well, definitely check out those panels, because world building, Elfquest has it covered. Like I was explaining to friends of just the details that go into it, of having the soul name and the different kind of elves, and just all those particulars make it so much more than just a surface level story.
Yes. Yeah, well, that was what was important to us about the storytelling, was that we wanted to create believable characters that anyone could relate to. And one of the best things about Elfquest is that there are enough characters with different kinds of personalities that anyone can find themselves in the comic.
And we wanted to be sure that it was a multi-layered story. Yes, on the surface, it's an adventure story. And when a kid reads it at age 10, they get the adventure story. When that same person reads it at age 18, they begin to get the relationship stuff. When that person reads it at age 28, they get into the emotion, the personal growth type stuff. We wanted a story that was inclusive, that was no BS, that was honest, And we've done our best for 40 years to tell that story.
Absolutely. Great. Well, thank you so much. And definitely check out Elfquest. It's an amazing comic book series. I was telling them I've been reading it since middle school. And so, speaking of reading at different ages, and I was hooked then. The art's fabulous, the storytelling and the characters are just so intriguing that absolutely recommend anybody check out. There's something for everybody in those comics.
And clearly you have some elfin genes of your own.
Yes, Well, thank you very much. And again, thank you for talking with me today, and definitely looking forward to those panels and reading continuing issues.
Oh,
thank you.
Our
pleasure.
Pleasure.